Just sit right back and you'll hear my tale. The tale of a fateful trip. Then that explains why I'm wearing different clothes. So there I was, off camera, doing what I do, scanning planets and whatnot, and spacers landed next to me, and I said, hey, that's a nice donor ship that I could build a ship from scratch with my funds, and I took the ship without looking in the cargo hold and came back to New Atlantis. And therein lies the problem, because I was scanned, they found my contraband, but instead of arresting me, they hauled me off to a UC ship. Out there in the orbit of Mars, right next to Phobos, is the UC Vigilance, and I got to meet the captain. However, I was wearing the ECS Constance captain's uniform, which, if you remember from earlier, I stole. And since my stolen goods were now forfeit, there I was sitting in my underwear talking to the UC Vengeance's captain about infiltrating the Crimson Fleet. So indeed, we have a few things to do in that chain of thought. We need to go to Cydonia on Mars and talk to Sorsha Bowden, who is on the lookout for a piece of contraband that was placed on my ship, sort of as an in to the Crimson Fleet. And once we're in there, search for evidence and see if we can bring them to justice. However, they recognize that I might have to do things that aren't exactly legal, but try to keep the illegal activity to a minimum while we gain that information. And while that's all well and good, that wasn't what I told you we were going to do next. We are here with Walter, who needed a ride to Neon. So Walter, we are now ready to go.
Are you ready to set off?
Indeed, let's go.
To the Volai star system, then. I admit I'm a little excited.
Neon, good place for you? Awesome. Travel to Neon, and let me show you the ship that I built from scratch from that donor spacer ship. So here at the starport, and those that know me know that the first ship that I always get, I call the Hornet. Well, I built this one to do a little bit of carrying, so let me introduce you to the Lodestar. So here is the Lodestar in all its glory, and you'll be able to see that we've improved the crew capacity as well as the cargo hold up to 880 with 511 hull, 160 fuel, and 528 shield. Comparing that to the Razor Leaf, you can see 420 to 469, little less on the missiles and shielding, and yeah, I'm feeling pretty good about this. We have 100 more shield, we have 3 more crew, we have nearly double or over double the cargo capacity, and this costs about 70,000, and I got 12,000 back for basically breaking down the spacer ship that I captured down into its smallest of components, basically deleting everything. We have 4 landing gear. The reactor and grab drive are right here in the belly of the spacecraft. There is our cargo hold. We have 2 sets of lasers, 2 sets of ballistics. Our missiles are up top, 4 engines. Well, actually 6 engines, 4 in the back, and then 2 on the side. Shield generator over here, and fuel canister will be on this side, right about in there. So a pretty compact design. It took me a minute to wrap my head around connecting this landing bay to the cockpit. Considering how different landing bays, some have a door right here, and that's what needs to connect up. This particular docking bay or landing bay has a hatch up top, which means it needs something above it that you can climb into. That does have a direct connection to the cockpit. So basically we have the spine running right along there just above the landing bay, and I like the design. This will hold us over until we get our B license and we're able to build bigger and better ships, but we've done a lot of work in the A sector, but a very familiar cockpit here. But without further ado and delay, let's get out of New Atlantis and head to Neon.
Liftoff initiated, Captain. Time to venture into that beautiful sky.
one thing I'm unsure of is if pirates will know us as the Mantis in this ship, or we have to be in the Razorleaf. I'm not exactly sure, but we're heading to Voli. Let's go ahead and get that on the board. And away we go. And glad to pass this contraband scan.
That's all we need. Enjoy Neon.
The Nimitz. All right, open the planet map. Let's set down on Neon. Where exactly? Oh, practically the North Pole over here.
Landing site is good to go.
Already a picturesque arrival. But we have to talk to Walter. And of course, make sure our loadout is good to go before we go into a possible dangerous situation. As far as pistols go, I found this incendiary modified Urban Eagle that we're gonna take out for a spin. We have the knife on our melee, the Nova Blast Disruptor for an EM, the Kodama will be our rifle of choice, the Coachman will be our shotgun, hunting rifle for those long range shots, and for our heavy, we have an Ashta Tamer. So that's a basic loadout. You can see I'm pretty light. Everything else as far as weapons are dropped off. We're carrying the Side Star and the Mutineer just as backup pistols in case we run out of rounds for this Eagle. All right, Vasco, keep your wallet nearby. I'm not sure exactly what kind of folks run around Neon, but it certainly looks like a place where we want to make sure that we know where all of our possessions are at all times.
Smell that? Construction, incense, industrial chemicals of every kind. But they still can't get rid of the odor of chasm bass.
And what is chasm bass?
A native species of fish. I often wonder what would have happened if they'd never found out about the psychotropic effects. I mean, on paper, a rich protein source is far more practical value than a recreational drug. But theory loses out once again to practice.
And people are getting high off fish.
Something to do with chasm bass's natural oils, apparently. If you're curious, the name is Aurora.
All right, let's get going.
We need to stop by the Stroud Eklund offices. There are certain authorization procedures when large funds are being transferred, even for something like this.
All right, check in at the HQ. Walter, I assume you are with me. And in we head to Neon. And I'm thinking how nice it'll be to be out of this infernal rain. Which it seems that on a planet like this we won't be able to get away from, as this looks like it is a all water-based planet, that we are on some sort of a rig that was built. Hello, security. Oh geez, already.
Don't move, Nesha!
Smell. Cut the act. Sniffers picked up the Aurora you're carrying the second you stepped through.
Uh-oh.
All right, get up slowly and turn around. Try to run, and we open fire.
I've seen this before. Just do as you're told, man.
So, what was the plan, Nesha? Smuggle the Aurora into Aquila City or New Atlantis?
No, I just forgot I was carrying it, so honest mistake, right?
Highly unlikely.
Can't we just settle this right here? I can pay the usual.
Ooh.
We don't make the rules. That's Administrator Bayo's job. Now, shut up and start walking.
Move it. Let's go.
I heard there's shortages over at Reliant Medical. Not great. Doc Manning better get his act together before the place shuts down.
So Nesher looks like he's usually accosted by security, and he usually pays them off. So we have Doc, we have Nesher to speak to in jail, but more importantly, we need to get Walter to his office. Oh, you're holding the door for me. All right, let's go to the upper platform. Well, hello, Red Dragon. Sight Hearts Outfitters. The Trade Authority. Yeah, welcome to Neon, I suppose. Walter?
Technology Corporation in the Settled Systems.
So Walter's not here. Reliant Medical, that's good to know. The Voli Hotel. Geez, I don't even want to know what goes on in there. Gal Bank, all right.
Look at you. Beautiful, unique, original, bored.
Oh no, I'm not bored.
Look in the mirror and
You must not be speaking to me. Neon security. Oh, what is this? Oh, I thought that was an arcade machine, not a news bulletin. All right, yeah, Stroud Eklund. All right, the trade tower. This looks like where business gets done around here. We'll be going in.
You look at.
Right below the lounge. That doesn't. Oh, we're going above. I was going to say having an office right below a lounge might be a bit noisy. All right, Vasco, heading to the Stroud Eklund HQ.
Mr. Stroud, we didn't know you were coming in.
It's all right. I just need to have a short chat with my counterpart. Is she in today?
Miss Eklund, I assume.
Allow me to bust you in, sir.
And do we get buzzed in as well? I'm with him.
Walter,
Issa.
shall we continue from last time? The luxury cruise line market is completely outside of our core competencies. Investing into it is a mistake.
No, I'm here about... Wait a minute, a mistake. Our ship designers are the best in the settled systems.
They design personal craft and military ships, Walter. Large-scale accommodations and hospitality is a completely different beast.
Indeed.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Here I am arguing with my partner, and you're just standing right here. Issa Eklund, the hyphenated Eklund in our glorious company's branding?
I could have assumed. Charm, Miss Eklund, I envy you and your partner's success.
Oh, aren't you lovely? Walter, wherever did you meet your new friend? I'm jealous.
A colleague from Constellation.
Ah, yes, the daring explorers my partner is so infatuated with. You should hear him reciting that speech.
There's no need to go into that.
Oh, my heart skips a beat when he does it. Really, it does. Such passion. If he talked to the board that way, I wouldn't need to placate them so much.
So his heart's not in the business, eh? And now, yeah, what is this about a speech, Walter? I'm interested.
Who was it again, Walter? The founder of Constellation?
Sebastian Banks, his final address before he disappeared.
Oh, I need to hear this.
Seconded.
I am not going to be forced into embarrassment in my own office. The answer is no.
Talk to him about it later. Once he cools down, he'll be all ears.
Sure. And, about our business here.
Yes? Why are you here, Walter? The board meeting isn't for a while. Our vacations aren't coming up either.
It's the discretionary fund, Issa. I need all of it.
Oh, this wouldn't have anything to do with that meeting you've set up at the Astro Lounge, would it?
I never said that. Did you have an agent hack into my files again?
Only after you had one hack into mine.
Oh, jeez.
Tell me, can mutual distrust lead to a point where it's actually the same as mutual trust?
Well, I mean, you're both wide open if you know each other's secrets, right? I also send my love with freelance operatives.
Oh, don't mind the two of us. Challenging each other intellectually is a cornerstone of our relationship. Now, I must point out the obvious. The Astro Lounge. It's a remarkably insecure location.
And that's why I'm here.
That was the point. Neutral territory in the open.
With no leverage. Oh, you must let me help. It's been too long.
I have this all taken care of.
Some investigation into the cellar. What's motivating them? Then, some preliminary casing of the Astro Lounge for security flaws. Give you the advantage if things go wrong.
Turret control, things like
Privacy,
that.
Bouncers, alter the codes on the doors.
Yes, exactly.
All right, investigate the cellar, case the Astro Lounge, got it.
I hate being selfish, but I would like some time with my husband. We need to go through the fund authorizations anyway.
James Newell is the broker who knows our seller. He'll be able to help you find out more about them. And it shouldn't be hard to find the Astral Lounge. Here, let me at least give you some operation funds since I won't be joining you.
Sure.
Meet me back here. Yeah, I'm going to be present for the negotiation. I'm not leaving you to the Neon Sharks, I promise.
Appreciate that. Oh, 1,000, eh? All right, so I'll leave you two alone and be off then. Come, Vasco. So we need to ask about security and investigate the cellar. Not the cellar as in the place under the house. But it looks like this may be, or is that an elevator up? We'll stick to the lobby for now. We'll head this way.
That's an order, not a suggestion.
I'm backing off. 3-star Rangers. So the Rangers have an outfit over here. Newell's Goods. And you must be Newell.
Feel like making a purchase today?
We'll see.
Welcome to Newell's. If you're looking for any specific goods, Rosa and I guarantee we'll beat Sieghart's lousy selection every time.
So you and Sieghart are in competition, eh? Yeah, Sieghart's, what's that?
Sieghart's Outfitters? Oh, come on. You don't have to pretend you haven't been to his poor excuse for a store off of Bayou Plaza.
And who's Rosa?
Rosa Newell is my wife. We own this place together.
And I'm detecting a bit of competition going on here.
Well, normally I wouldn't go in for that sort of thing. But Sieghart's given me no choice. That man has absolutely no respect for the business community on Neon.
No respect at all.
He skips merchant meetings and refuses to participate in any of our group buys. Worst of all, he pays off Neon security to keep his place safe.
All right, and how do you keep your place safe?
By standing up to the lowlifes who come in here expecting me to just hand over all of my money.
So in a stick-up situation.
Refuse to be run out of business or be forced to pay protection.
Okay, and what kind of merchant meetings is he skipping out on?
A lot of the merchants in Neon belong to a small Merchants Alliance. It's nothing formal. It's just a bunch of us getting together to air our grievances and watch each other's backs.
Is that run by Jen Scene? I think I remember a Jen Scene with a market sort of union. And then, for all you know, maybe he doesn't have a choice.
Everyone has a choice. Some are simply more difficult than others. The only way to fight Neon security is if all the merchants unify and push back on these unreasonable rules. Anyway, sorry. I know I can get a little intense about these things. If you'll forgive the outburst and have a look around, I'm sure you'll find something you might want to buy.
Sure, and yeah, you set up a meeting with Walter Stroud recently.
Maybe I did. Maybe I didn't.
Oh, let's pound some booze. So in the meantime, I've boosted up to rank 2, 20% increased chance of success. Now I'm not sure if I have to succeed in the 5 speech challenges and that's when I get rank 2, or I have rank 2 now, but I have to do the 5 to get to rank 3. I'm not sure which way that is. But either way, I think we have a boost, and even if we don't, I have something that does. Let's pound some Chardonnay. Let's say you did.
Information isn't usually free.
Oh, I know. But I just need information. Nothing can ever connect back to you.
I wish I could. But if anybody found out I'd told you...
Don't duck my questions. I know the seller came through you.
Easy, friend. Not looking for trouble.
And I'm asking on behalf of Walter Stroud. I'm sure he can pay you.
I guess maybe I can add this to his tab. Okay. I don't know much. But I did have one of my freelancers tail the seller back to his place. Sleep Crate 1. Let me write down the unit for you. I had to chase more zone heads.
All right. Thanks, James. Was that so hard? So this is new, besides the Trade Authority. So Sleep Crate 1 must be over here in Ebside. Yeah, I'm getting the feeling that, we aren't on Argon Prime anymore. Alright, let's head through here. Shows we might need to head in that direction. But I'm not sure exactly. This is precarious. Well, I'm glad there's railings, but there's gap in your railing. I feel like this should be a hard hat area at least. I mean, how many people drunkenly just stagger? I mean, look at this. How many people just staggerly just walk right off that ventilation shaft and into the freaking drink? Oh, this doesn't look welcoming at all. But there's sleep crates. We needed to get into sleep crate 1. Oh, Bayou Plaza. So the sleep crate is actually back here. Got it. So sleep crate 1. Really? I'm out of digipicks. Okay, shop. Do you happen to sell?
Can you believe Xenofresh charges us a licensing fee to
So if old boy is in Bayou Plaza, maybe his shop sells them. Let's head to Bayou Plaza, why not? So the security folks should have them, but I don't think they would want to sell them. Galbank won't have any digipicks. Kinda sucks on... No, not the medical place. Is there an information booth that I can see what's what over here? There's Sieghart's Outfitters. Let's see if he can outfit me with a digipick.
Welcome to Sieghart's Outfitters.
Hi, Dietrich.
Welcome to Sieghart's Outfitters. Everything you need to explore the settled systems.
Perfect.
If I don't have it, you don't need it.
Well, we'll see. I'm in the market for a very specific thing, and that is a bold claim.
I can promise you, I'm not just using hyperbole to get your business.
I'm sure.
I've spent years perfecting my business by polling customers, measuring sales, and carefully adjusting my inventory to cater to just about everyone. So take your time, look around, ask me questions. You won't be disappointed.
I may or may not. That's a pretty hard sell you're pushing.
Am I? Forgive me. I tend to forget how annoying that can be. I have a lot of overhead in this place, and just between you and me, I am up to my eyeballs in debt. This is a prime spot, right next to the spaceport terminal, but the bills and the rent here are astronomical.
Oh yeah, location, location, location. You have a nice shop here, you should be making a fortune.
You'd think that, right? Unfortunately, I'm barely scraping by.
You're not stealing from the dead,
anyway,
are you?
I don't want to bore you with the details of my business all day. You're here to shop.
Yes, I am.
So why don't you help out a poor shopkeeper like myself and buy something?
And remember that claim, if you don't have it, I don't need it, but there's something I definitely need.
Sure, I have everything you need to explore the settled systems.
Well, I'll be a monkey's uncle. He's got a couple. Dietrich, you are all right, good sir. All right, so now that we've got the digipicks, we can head on into Pod 1. Like so. All right, what do we have here? Computer. Personal correspondence to Musgrove. You might not be aware, but there's a certain item that your employer has that others have taken an interest in. Now, I know you're gainfully employed, but what's the harm in a little chat? Besides, I have some information about your career that, well, I would want to know if I were you, a friend. I'm not joking, friend. Expect that termination notice to arrive soon. You need to think about your future and the precious few days you have left before they deactivate your security clearance. Per our discussion, you need to move that item as quick as possible. Assume you are being watched. It's only a matter of time before they come to you, your friend. All right, so that is taken care of. Next step, we need to investigate security.
Yeah.
Which is at the far end past Walter's elevator up. So we're heading up to the Astro Lounge. Maybe they don't have a big old cover charge like that other lounge does. Yeah, I'm definitely feeling the beat around here. Yeah, we're going in the lounge, so best behavior, Vasco. Oh, black light. Do we see any? All right, this place is fairly clean. All right, you all do you.
The music is amazing.
Yeah, it's that kind that you just feel rumbling in your chest. Oh good, restrooms are over there. Good to know in case of an emergency.
Welcome to the Astro Lounge.
Hello, Boone.
Yeah, you're new here, aren't you?
How could you tell?
Name's Boone Morgan, your new best friend on Neon. If you're here for a drink or listen to the music, I've got you covered. But if you're here for something a little more exciting, we have plenty of Aurora for sale.
I'm not buying no stinking Aurora. I prefer alcohol.
Oh, we have plenty of that. But why not try something different? New planet, new city, new experiences. It's what life's all about. Here, take a look at the menu. Now, I'm not going to lie. The Aurora is a bit expensive, but let's face it. Can you really put a price on pleasure?
Yeah, I have a meeting here later. I'm worried about security.
The Astro Lounge is one of the safest places in all of Neon. Security is hand-picked from the finest officers in the city.
You don't say. Yeah, say I needed security to be on my side if a fight broke out.
Then I would say you'd be interested in the Astro Lounge VIP package. For a reasonable fee, our security can be your security.
Fair enough. And that seems a little high.
We do strive for setting the most reasonable rate.
Oh, I'm sure you do. Surely a business like Stroud Eklund already has VIP status.
Huh. You work for Stroud Eklund? Well, perhaps something could be arranged.
And I'm sure we can work something out.
Sorry, but I can't.
I understand. I don't mean to imply you're being unreasonable.
Look, I'd like to help, but... well, I think we can certainly offer a discounted rate for you, if you were still interested.
Very much so. I'd love to be a VIP.
Excellent. Let me just apply that discount we discussed, and done. We do hope your meeting goes to your satisfaction.
Oh, us too. Oh, and we can purchase a penthouse. But let's take a look at the menu. Just peruse a bit. So there is the Aurora, 722 credits per pop. And it slows down time. I mean, fair enough, but I am not going to be caught with contraband, and I don't think I need to be slowing time. Chief Security, we'll be having a meeting here, and I've got the VIP package from our friends, so I'm sure I'll be seeing you later. Oh god, that sounded so much better in my head. So the VIP balcony. We have a private booth. Oh, maybe across the way, excuse me.
What?
I'm just passing by, no worries. All jumpy, although it makes sense. If you're not expecting anyone and a giant robot comes running by, I'm sure she's a little bit on edge. Oh, let's get in here. And we're out of digipicks, so we gotta make this freaking count. All right. Adding a new remote control override. Approved hand signal will allow the use of lock a door to the VIP lounge one time. Room has been booked by us. See Boone Morgan for scheduling. All right, so we can lock the doors and we've got security on our side. All right, let's go tell Walter. Hopefully we don't need to break into anything else because we...
stay out of trouble or we'll have a problem.
Do not have any more digipicks to spend. Though to be fair, if we are passing by this lower level, let's swing by the other shop and see if he had any digipicks available. Yeah, old Newell. Hey, Newell.
If you're looking for supplies, this is the place.
All right, I like to buy something.
Best deals in town.
Hopefully you've got what I need here. Yes, indeed. Thank you both. All right, 2 fresh digipicks acquired. Now we can head up to Walter and get this show on the road. All right, Walter, I've done your dirty work. Everything is now in place. Yeah, I found out the seller is pretty desperate. Should give us an edge.
Excellent. Good work. Let's head to the Astral Lounge. Goodbye, my dear. See you at the next board meeting?
Oh, I'll be keeping an eye on this little operation, just in case. Good luck, all of you.
All right, Walter, let's mind our P's and Q's here, but just out of curiosity, how'd you two meet?